Hi everybody. So I'm your Avid Shopstress. Welcome. It's a overcast Tuesday in NYC. Right now I'm in BK. Brooklyn. Born and bred, right? Okay, so welcome. I came to talk to you today. I'm gonna tell you what. I was a little tight today. Today, I was upset. Now, people that knew me way back when knew I was a little hot-tempered. But, since I've become, like Wendy says, a woman of a certain age, I've learned that patience can take you far. So, I have a lot of patience. I do. I've developed a lot of patience these days, especially with those little kitties I have. You gotta have patience, right? See that baby chair, right? Anyway, so today I went to a store, okay? I went to a store to do a return. Gotta look around, you know, I am in Brooklyn. See people walking by my car, I gotta, you know, do a little 180. But anyway, so I real quick, I went to a store, a home improvement store, a big brand store, right? HD. And my lesson for today is for you to be a savvy shopper. Now we went over savvy shopper, right? We said shabby, shopping savvy, and then we said savvy shopper, right? Shabby. But no, shabby sounds too much like shabby, and we're not that, right? Shopanistas, no shabbiness here. So anyway, oh wait, I think I see a Shopanista, a friend of mine who she was a neighbor. Now she's not my neighbor anymore. I don't live here anymore, but you know, I know her. Big time Shopanista back there. Anyway, so if she notices me, I'll say, hey, but I'm in the middle of this. We're talking, right? So I can't really stop what I'm doing. But anyway, the store, when you go into the store, returns. First of all, I don't shop in any store that I know won't give me a return. Return meaning exchange that merchandise that I purchased back for my funds, for my money. If I find myself in a store that doesn't do returns, I'm reluctant to buy anything. I don't feel like it's fair. If I decide that I'm unsatisfied or dissatisfied, I should be able to get my money back, because those stores have a massive bank, right? So, and you know, we work hard. I work hard. I know I work hard. And I know you work hard. Or however you can get your little coinage, it's still yours, and you're entitled to it back if you want it, right? If their merchandise is not for you. Excuse me. So, anyway, the guy, there were some household items. I'm getting my home fixed, right? Like I'm having some home improvements. So, I got some stuff that I didn't need. The person that was fixing it up for me said that, okay, you can take the stuff back to the store because you're not going to use it. I'm not going to use it, so you don't need it. So I said, okay, let me take it back. A couple of weeks later now, I'm taking it back. I have my receipt. So when I get to the counter, this guy is telling me that he like there's a toilet cleaner. Let's just get to the nitty gritty. There's a toilet cleaner, right, that you put down in the tank, and there's another item that I bought. And this stuff is cheap. This stuff is not like crazy money back, but like I told you before, every penny counts. If I'm on my way somewhere and it's not going to hurt me to stop, drop in and return something, that's what I'm going to do, because I want my money back, right? So he opens the toilet cleaner and he sees that there's no plastic seal. There's none of that silver seal on it. But yet he opened it with a child-proof kind of cap. So, I mean, it's toilet cleaner. It's not like, you know, opiates or drugs. Like, so they're not going to have all that seal on it, right? So he tells me, no, you're not entitled to your money because this was open. I said, well, he said, did you use this? I says, no, I didn't use it. So I said the person that was working with me or for me said that he didn't use it either. So he told me to return it. So I'm returning it. So he gives me back the other item. He refunds the other item. That's like $3, right? Some kind of cleaner. So I'm like, I know I'm standing on this line forever, first of all. So my instincts, my intuition is telling me that this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. Namely because what he did was he looked over to his right and he says to this other cashier, is this supposed to have a seal? This is supposed to have a seal, right? Okay, because she is the know all, be all, end all to that store. I said, well, why are you asking her? Oh, she's been working here for a long time, so she knows. Okay. So I was gonna walk out, and then when I walked out, I asked the director, right? I said, director's not here. He should be back in a minute. Anyway, I said to the director, I said, do you think that this came with a seal? He says, no, we didn't use that mess. Go get your money back. So what I did was, because you want to be a smart shopper, right? You want to be savvy. You don't want to go in there popping off and you're wrong, right? So what I did was, before I went back to the counter, I went to get another one off the shelf. I opened it. What happens? Boom. No seal. No seal. So now my gander is working up. I'm working up. You know what I mean? And I said, nope, just go and take care of it. So I go straight to the front of the line, because why should I have to wait on the line? You don't have to wait on the line if you know that they've made a mistake. So, I got some people on the side of me. I'll be right back.
Come on, Jude.
Sorry about that. You know, when you have kids, you never can tell what's going to happen, right? So they popped up. Anyway, so where was I? So I was saying, I'm not standing on the line. I've already waited, and it was his mistake. So I went straight to the front and I asked him. Actually, I didn't ask him anything. I told him. I just presented the stuff to him, and he's telling me, oh, I'm working with a customer. Well, hey, buddy, you should have worked correctly with me in the first place, and maybe I wouldn't be back here. Right? Sorry about that. Anyway, so I told him, I'll wait right here. So I waited, and what happened? He took the stuff, he opened it, and sure enough, no seal. He had to confirm. Now you want to be smart, right? Okay. All right. So he gives me back my money, right? But again, he's not knowledgeable in his job, because before he gives me back my money, he tells me to present him with my driver's license. Why? I don't know, because I've given you a receipt. And he did that the first time when he refunded me for the other item. But I'm not going to make a big deal out of that. If your computer says you need to get my license, then fine. I'm not going to make a big deal. That's not uncommon. What I had a problem with was, he asked me for my debit card. What do you need my debit card for? Oh, because this computer is telling me you either going to get a store credit, or you're going to get, you're going to have to get your money back on your debit card, because that's the original way you paid. Now, this is where the lesson comes in. When you go into the store and you pay with your debit card, especially in stores like that store, Home Depot, Lowe's, Marshalls, these kinds of stores, you get your cash back. Debit equals cash. Debit means they've taken the money directly out of your account, and they can give it back to you in cash. Okay. Now, only way that they won't give it back to you in cash is if you didn't pay with cash, meaning you used a credit card or some sort of check. Nobody really uses checks anymore, but a debit card you swipe, you're supposed to get your money back, especially in this particular store. Because I've gone there often, because like I said, I'm doing home improvements, so I know. But if you don't know, just ask. Can I get my money back instead of getting it back on my card? If you want your cash back, a lot of high-end stores don't do it though. Like, if you pay with debit, it's gonna go back on your card. So don't expect that at the higher end stores. But stores like these off-price stores and you know, like I said, Home Depot, Lowe's, those types of stores, you get your money back. So he kind of got on my nerves because I'm telling him, no, I'm not going to give you back my debit card. I'm not going to give you a debit card. I want my cash. Oh, no. He's going back and forth with me. No, I'm not going to go back and forth with you, sir. So I said, that same lady who told you that there should be a seal, since she's so knowledgeable, since she's been here for years, why don't you go grab her and show her so she can show you how to give me back my money. So this is what she did. This is what he did. He went and got the lady who was standing not too far away, and she came, pressed a couple of buttons, and boom, I get my money back. Like, don't be wrong and strong, okay? Don't be wrong and strong. You have to know your case to plead your case, right? So I knew my case. I went in there, even when I had doubts, just to be sure. I went to the shelf first. If you're an employee at one of these places, know your job. Do your job to the best of your ability. You know, they say how you do anything is how you'll do everything. So be 100% know your job, you know, and sometimes it takes longer to learn something, or you're not sure about something, but just ask. It doesn't hurt to ask. You know, a lot of times things are broken down or things go awry because lack of communication, you know? So anyway, I wanted to go into detail about returns because, I mean, like I said, they're important to me. As much as I go to the store and as much as I shop high and low, I need to know how I'll get my money back. Some places don't return it to you right away. They want to wait 2 to 3 weeks or 2 to 4 weeks for you to get your money back in the mail. I never understood that because you took my money right away, like right away. So when I came to buy this thing, so I don't understand why the process. But I mean, it's gotten better. The process has gotten better. And, you know, most of the time I don't have a problem. But today I was like, I got to tell my Shopanistas, don't get caught up not knowing how the return policies work. You know, some of these stores don't give you back your money. You go there all the time and you think, well, you know, you never needed to return anything. And all of a sudden you're going on vacation and something doesn't fit and you bought it in haste. You're like, oh, I'll buy it and try it on later. And if it doesn't work, I'll take it back. You know, what if you take it back and they don't have your size exchange? Now you need your money back. Now you're stuck with an item that you can't return. So I don't know what your pet peeve is, what gets under your skin, but that gets under my skin because, like I said, I work hard for my little money, and I think most of us work hard for our money. So, you know, these stores don't have the right to say, okay, well, you know, because it's a choice you make when you walk up into an establishment. You don't have to buy from those people. So when you decide, okay, I'm gonna make a conscious decision. Every store you walk into, you've made a conscious decision to walk into. So you're making a choice. So you choose to, how you say it? I forget the word. You choose to patronize. You choose to patronize there, right? So they should be fair and say, some stores, most stores will give you back your money. There's a 30-day policy sometimes. Most stores are 30 days. There are some now that are even 90 days, but you just have to check. You just have to check. It depends on what you're buying too. Some stores, they'll allow you to return it, especially with electronics, but then they'll take off a percentage for having to return it to their shelves or having to send it back to the manufacturer. Whatever their thing is, whatever they got going on, everybody has a policy. So as Shopanistas, I suggest that you learn your return policies before you shop in a store. You end up at the cash register. Oh, excuse me, what's your return policy? Oh, most of the time they'll have it like in a little square blurb right there in front of the cash register. Now you better read it because that's what they'll say. Oh, miss, you didn't know you couldn't return here. It says no returns, or they'll say that on your receipt. So just be a savvy shopper. Okay. The director had to go take the kitties somewhere, you know. So he would say, for me to tell you to subscribe to the Avid Shopstress on YouTube. And also, he would say, for you to like my fan page. Like my fan page. You know, I got a little feedback the other day and I was a little hyped. I was a little grateful. I'm going to go holler at these neighbors real quick. So, before they pull off, my Shopanista back here, you know, my neighbor, my old neighbor, I'm gonna go holler at them. So, grace and peace. And I know the director would be proud of me because I did what he told me to do, right? Love.